Just to be clear, Netflix's recent adaptation of The Talented Mr. Ripley is fantastic. Beautifully realized in luxurious monochrome, this measured, moody treatment is an immersive, compelling version of the story. I'm also a fan of the 1999 film. It's a glitzy, passionate interpretation, perhaps a little more bound by Hollywood conventions, but a well-crafted, entertaining ride nonetheless. But if you want to come face to face with one of American literature's greatest characters, you'll need to go to the source and open up the book. A good story often gives us someone we hope comes out on top. A character who perhaps starts out from humble beginnings, faces seemingly insurmountable obstacles, and must rely on their persistence and creativity to succeed. Tom Ripley does embody all of these things. Tom Ripley is also a murderer. The genius of Patricia Highsmith's writing is that she makes us root for Tom, and at the same time, she makes us complicit in his crimes. The story kicks into gear when Ripley is employed by a rich and powerful shipping magnate to travel to Italy and persuade his son, Dickie Greenleaf, to return home to his family. Ripley senses an opportunity to lift himself out of an impoverished existence by cozying up to an upper class he both envies and despises. Ripley is a con artist, with the emphasis on artist. In contrast to the bored, rich Americans who idle around Europe, he has a deep sense of aesthetics, able to truly understand an aria by Bach, a painting by Caravaggio, or one of his own carefully forged letters. In amongst the privileged but talentless trust fund crowd, his chameleonic powers and amorality enable him to become a skilled social climber. He sits somewhere between Jay Gatsby, Don Draper, and Patrick Bateman, a haunting literary expression of the American dream of self-invention. Something that's hard to reflect on screen is the extent to which we, as readers, become psychologically complicit with Ripley. Slowly and subtly, Patricia Highsmith shows us his rich inner world, with all of its curiosities and contradictions, and how that interfaces with the superficiality and absurdity of day-to-day life. He can be kind, he can be cruel, sometimes sensitive, sometimes indifferent. He contains multitudes, just like all of us. Who is Ripley, really? Even having read the book a few times, I'm not sure I'm much closer to knowing. Is he a cold-blooded sociopath with naked ambition? An emotionally stunted loner with unacknowledged sexual hang-ups? Or just an expert player of the game that is high society, a world that celebrates surfaces over depth, performance over authenticity? Ripley is everything and nothing at the same time. He's a blank slate onto which we readers project our own theories and insecurities. We may not move in his world. Hopefully we have more morals than he does, but there's a queasy glimmer of recognition, an illicit thrill in seeing an artist put his plan into action and get away with it.